All right, welcome to another conversation. I am so happy to be with one of my students. He's a student leader
Yeah.
in the Speak English with Tiffany Academy. His name is
Yeah.
Kwaku Norbert. How are you?
Yeah. I'm doing fantastic, teacher. How about
Good.
you?
I am also doing fantastic. I love that word. I love it. Before we jump into our conversation, this month our topic
Mhm.
is AI. But before we jump into our conversation, can you very quickly
Mhm.
introduce yourself for the person watching or listening? Where are you from, and how long have you been a part
Mhm.
of our family?
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
Yeah.
I'm Norbert Kwaku from Ivory Coast, and I've been married in 2017, father of two children. I've been practicing English in Teacher Tiffany Academy for three years now. So I'm civil engineer, and I'm happy to be here with you, teacher.
I love it. I love it. I'm so happy that you are a part of our family. I'm so happy. Now,
Yeah.
I'll let the viewer and the listener know you will hear me kind of use the names interchangeably, Norbert or Kwaku. Again, same person, but I use them interchangeably at times for those listening. So,
Yeah. It's up to you, teacher. You can call me Norbert or Cook or Kwaku. Yeah, I like it.
okay, perfect, perfect. All right. So this month we're talking about AI, and again, for the person watching or listening, each month we have a different topic, and this month's topic
Mhm.
is for the month of August is AI, and specifically this conversation that Norbert and I are going to have is about AI at work. So I want to start by asking you this question because AI is changing what jobs look like faster than
Mhm.
most companies can keep up with. Some people are using it to
Mhm.
do more, but some are also worried
Mhm.
it will cause them to lose their job. So I want to ask you this question. Has AI
Mhm.
changed anything about how you work or how you study for work? And did you choose that or did it just happen to you? Right? Has it changed the way you do your job or
Mhm.
has it affected you in a way that you're very aware of now?
Wow. Okay. Thank you, teacher, for this session.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. About AI, what I want to say about AI is at the beginning of this technology,
Mm,
honestly, I had some precursive notion about AI
yeah.
because from what I heard, I used to hear from YouTube video or from book, what I read is AI is going to replace human being.
Yeah.
Human being will be the slave of AI. So for that, honestly, I have some precaution. But when I take time to observe in more details or to study carefully, I realize that AI is just for us as civil engineer, like a tools.
Mm-hmm.
AI is based you like a tool. So we use AI in our daily job, but AI will not replace an civil engineer, but we use AI sometimes to design or analyze this. If we
Yes.
have to make some analysis about our schedule, project schedule, or sometimes to optimize our structural calculation, we used to
Mm,
have AI. Yeah. So honestly, AI changed the way that we used to work because
mm,
back in the day, when we have a project in civil engineering, we used to design based on paper,
mm,
based on paper. Yeah.
mm,
Sometimes we use yeah, after we decide to use computer, but with AI, we can go quickly and fast, we can go faster. And we are
mm,
more productive when we use AI
mm,
because sometimes
mm,
when you finish design and you have to manage your project, we
mm.
have to analyze your project schedule, cost, and analyze the risk also. AI really help us a lot to try to manage our project risk, schedule, and cost. So that's why we
Mm.
say we use to have AI in our daily work.
I like that. I like that. You brought up some good points. I was going to ask you after, has it made your work better or faster? But you said it's made you more efficient
Mhm.
now. You get things done a lot
Yeah.
faster. In the past, it was paper, then it went to computer. Now we have AI. So would you say that you actually like AI?
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I love it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Oh, I think it froze a little bit. I think it froze a little bit. Okay, we're
Okay.
back.
I
Go
was
ahead.
saying that. I was saying that mm, back in the day, I really feared AI.
Mm,
I was afraid about AI because of what we used to hear. But nowadays, as we see and we use AI in our daily work, honestly, I do prefer working with AI. Even though when it comes to have a maintenance of our infrastructure, with drone images, AI can analyze this and recommend us what we have to do to maintain or to build a safe infrastructure. So that's why, honestly, I do prefer AI.
I like that. Okay, so you said you're a civil engineer, and I can see again, as I'm listening to you explain, I can see that you really love it. And I'm sure your team, you appreciate it. It's making your job easier. You know, you can be more efficient. Let me ask you this though. So other people are saying that AI will replace jobs completely. Now, in your field as a civil engineer, what do you think it genuinely cannot replace? Right? There are certain things that it can replace, but as a civil engineer, what do you think AI, as good as it is, can never or will never replace?
Wow, great question, teacher.
Thank
I
you.
like it.
Thank you. You like that?
Yeah,
What do you think? What do you think would be something that it can't replace? So what do you think it can't replace? It froze for a second.
yeah. I was saying that's a great question, and honestly, I think AI cannot replace critical thinking of an engineer. Yeah, AI cannot replace the responsibility of an engineer on the project. For me, these two things, AI cannot replace them. That's why I say in my area, we used to see AI just like a tools that help us to decide, to be more productive, to support our effort. But AI will not replace our critical thinking. How we want to design or to lead our project in this way, AI will not do it. We will not do it for us. So for me, in these two ways, AI cannot replace an civil engineer.
I like that. You mentioned and you emphasized critical thinking, and I agree with you. I just actually watched a podcast, a video podcast, and an individual was talking about AI, and he said that AI can't think for you. It just takes information and kind of organizes it.
Yeah.
So then let me ask you a follow-up question. You mentioned that critical thinking is very important when it comes to civil engineering. So what are you doing now, or what do you think current civil engineers, or even those coming up later, should do or can do, or what are you doing to make sure your critical thinking skills are continuing to improve, right? As opposed to, being stagnant or even decreasing or declining. What are you doing to make sure you keep that critical thinking skill or ability alive?
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Great. Good question.
Great question.
Yeah. Honestly, to maintain my critical thinking, I think the best thing to do is try always to be the master, not the slave. Yeah. And that is what I used to do, even though in our academy. Honestly, when I decide to do something, I want to be the master of my thoughts. Okay. Even though I can have AI, I can lean on AI sometimes to organize my thoughts or to boost my creative choices. Yeah. But honestly, I want to be the master of my thoughts. I want to be the responsible of my action. If
Yes.
I failed, I will learn from my action. But I won't say that because of AI can give me some, AI can text a message for me. If I want AI to email to my boss, it can do it for me. But honestly, I realize in life, you are not confident when you don't talk about your own idea. When you are not confident when you talk about others' idea or AI ideas, but you are confident and you feel more confident when you try to give your own answer, to explain, to convince your boss or your manager or the financial stakeholder in the project. So that's why, honestly, I think project, even civil engineer or the next civil engineer, they should maintain the ability to be the master of the initiative or the ideas. So that's why for me, we can try to maintain and develop our critical thinking.
I like that. Very good response. Very good response. I like that you said your confidence is really only shown when you're expressing your own personal idea, your own viewpoints. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Okay, so you brought up your employer, right? So let me ask you this question. If your employer used AI to make a decision about you, whether it be for hiring, a promotion, or an evaluation, how would you feel about that? If you knew that your boss or your employer was using AI to kind of analyze you or think about giving you a promotion, how would you feel? Would you not care? Would you kind of be apprehensive? Or what are your thoughts? How would you feel about that? What do you think would be your thought?
If my boss use AI to make any decision about me, honestly, I won't be angry. Okay, because for me nowadays, as I used to say, AI is part of our daily life, our daily work. But what I do prefer my boss do is to use AI sometimes to have some data
Mm.
about my work performance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to have some data about if you want to track my progress or my performance or my
Yes.
improving in my work, he can use AI. It's up to
Mm-hmm.
him. But
Mm-hmm.
if he come to make a decision, I think the final decision will be my boss responsibility, not AI responsibility. It can
Mm-hmm.
recommend some advice, it can recommend some way of thought, but honestly, I do prefer that my only boss decide which decision you want to take about me. But he can use AI to have some data, to have some thoughts or some idea or to track my position. Yeah, it's cool for me. But
Yes.
don't use AI, yeah, to decide for you if you have to promote your coworkers or not. So for
Mm.
me, it won't be fair if you use AI like that.
I agree. I agree. I like that. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that you kind of separated them two, right? And you kind of decipher
Mhm.
between, just analyzing versus making a firm decision. I think a firm decision should
Yeah.
happen from a human. I agree with that. And then just analyzing data, that's okay for the computer or AI to do that. I agree with that. I agree with that. It's a very good topic. And again, for the individual watching, these are the
Yeah.
kind of conversations that happen in our student practice sessions. And Norbert is
Mhm.
one of the student leaders. And so this week they're discussing AI again in the month of August 2026. AI and then AI at work specifically for this week. So if you want to join
Mhm.
us, you're always welcome to join us in the academy. Now, I want to ask you this question as we transition, Norbert, because we spoke a bit about this
Mhm.
month's topic of AI and AI at work.
Mhm.
You are a student leader and you've been with the academy for
Yeah.
3 years and you've been a student leader
Mhm.
for, I think it's been about a year, almost a year, right?
Yeah. 1 year. Yeah.
Almost
A
1 year,
year.
right? So I want
Yeah.
to ask you this. You interact with a lot of the students during your practice sessions. Can you share an experience that stuck with you? Either a student's
Mhm.
accomplishment or something that impressed you as you were leading a student practice session. You don't have to say their names, you don't want, but what impressed you or an experience that stuck with you?
Wow. Okay. I want to tell my own experience, teacher, if you allow me.
Sure, sure, yeah.
Okay. Okay, as I was telling, I was saying last day when we were practicing with you, honestly, when I joined this academy, I wasn't confident to speak English. I
Mm,
was yeah, I was ashamed to speak English in public.
mm,
And when after 2 years in your academy,
mm,
you used to mention something in
mm,
your YouTube video. You
mm,
say, if you don't trust in yourself,
mm,
no one will trust in you.
mm,
And I
mm,
say, and I realized that you're right. Teacher is right because if I don't trust in myself, no one will trust in me. And I
mm,
decided to get my PMP certification in
mm,
English. I come from, yeah, my native language is French.
mm,
So it will be better for me to learn this certification in French. But
mm.
I decide because I want to value my English learnings, I
Yes.
decided to take this certification in English. And
Mm.
since last month, I got my certification. I was so
Yes.
proud of myself.
I'm so
Yeah.
proud of you.
Yeah,
Mm,
because a lot of my friends failed to this
mm,
certification. It
mm,
wasn't easy because you have to read the question in English to
mhm,
understand the mindset of the PMP organization, PMI organization. And after trying to find the right answer, it wasn't easy. But
mm.
honestly, teacher, honestly, not because I'm talking with you, I truly appreciate our academy, the way that we
Oh.
learn, the way
Mm,
that we used to speak, we used to put ourselves on the spot and
mm,
try to give our answer. My
mm.
coach, when I was taking my certification courses, truly appreciate the way that I used to react. And I said to
Wow.
him, yeah, I learned that in my academy because every time that we practice, yeah, it's like I'm not trying to prepare my answer before. No, it's something that I used to reflect because
Mm.
I trust in my brain.
Yes.
I
Yes.
trust in my brain. So honestly, that's something that really touched my heart.
Mm,
And I used to recommend our academy to a lot of my friends because when they see me speaking English like that, they're
mm,
impressed. And
mm,
they say, how can we try to speak like you? And I said,
mm,
join the Teacher Tiffany Academy.
mm,
Honestly, that's the main benefit for me because I gain confidence in this
mm,
academy. And
mm,
honestly, I gain mature, I'm more mature to speak
mm,
my English without
mm.
constraint. If I mistake, I will learn, but I
Mm,
don't fear if, oh no, I'm not going to use this word because I'm going to mistake. No, I don't care about that. I speak my
mm,
English without any restraints. So
mm.
honestly, that is my experience. That's something that I really, an achievement that I want to share with you that I'm really proud of myself in this academy.
I am so happy. I am so happy. I was not aware. Well, I think you may have mentioned. I am so happy that you believe in yourself now, that you have
Yeah,
confidence and that you know your ability. Again, I say this all the
yeah.
time. I'm so happy to be a part of your journey and all of our other family members. But when I hear stories like this and I see the confidence, I see the joy on the faces of our family members, it makes me happy. I'm so proud of you. And you're now an inspiration. You say your friends are looking at you
Yeah,
like, ah, Norbert, how can we be like you? And you're like, hey, man, I mean,
yeah,
come to the academy. But I am very happy and I'm very proud of you. Thank you so much for sharing that. I really appreciate that.
you're welcome. And teacher, my first daughter, she's 8,
Mm,
but because she used to see me practice in the academy, she
mm.
decided to learn English. And
Wow.
a teacher asked me, why your children like love English like that? I said, because I'm English speaker in my academy.
Yes.
And she
Yes.
used to say to her teacher, my father speaks English very well. And I
Oh.
want to be like my father.
Oh. Now let me
She
ask you
hates me.
this. Let me ask you
Yeah.
this because so I have a lot of male friends, like a lot of guys that I talk to a lot.
Mhm.
And one thing I've heard from my guy friends that are fathers, they've said that when their children look up to them, it just
Mhm.
feels different. It's like as a father, your shoulders go back more like you're like my child looks up to me. And they say that
Yeah.
because, with the mom, as women, being a mom, kids are always
Mhm.
trying to gravitate to their moms, but dads are
Mhm.
just as important. So when the kid is like, my dad is
Yeah.
the best. So when your daughter says that about you, how does that make you feel? When your daughter says, I want to be like daddy, daddy is an English
Yeah.
speaker. How does that make you feel?
Yeah. Oh, that makes me feel very truly proud of myself and
Mm,
happy because it's like I'm able to inspire my children
mm,
and to show them a way because as a parent we should teach our children some value,
yeah.
things that really matter for us. And honestly, in this 21st century, it really essential for
Mm,
someone to speak English if you want to live in this globalization world. So for me, I'm
mm,
really proud of myself when I see, even though my wife,
yeah.
she's learning English like me, all my family members,
Wow.
yeah. So it's something that I say to my wife and all my family members, you should speak in English. It's not a choice. It's not something that it's like an obligation to speak English. If you want to be free, if you want to travel in all over the world, you should speak English. So honestly, I'm so happy to motivate, not to force, but to motivate every member of my family to speak English like a native. Honestly, I'm so proud of myself, teacher.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Okay. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this again. A little while
Mhm.
ago, you mentioned that you joined our academy 3 years ago.
Mhm.
Prior to coming to the
Yeah.
academy, you said, Tiff, I was nervous. I didn't like speaking in English. I didn't trust myself,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Now you're speaking
Yeah.
with confidence. You're inspiring your children. You just got a certification a month ago. You're a student leader. I mean, your life has changed. So the person
Yeah.
watching this, the English learner watching this, the English learner listening to
Mhm.
you,
Mhm.
they're probably wondering, how can I be like Kwaku? How can I be like him? So I
Mhm.
want to ask you, can you give
Mhm.
a study tip to the person
Mhm.
watching and the person listening? What tip would you give them for this week? Like, hey, this is something that helps me, even that you're using right
Mhm.
now or in the past. What study tip would you give to an English learner?
Okay.
Mm,
Wow. The study tip that I should give to
mm,
the future learners in this academy is if they want to practice their English, they have to feel free to
mm,
practice their English without any judgment, without
mm,
any judgment. And if they want to practice their English, the first thing that they should do is stop to translate. Because
mm.
when we are not English, we are native speaker, we're afraid because we don't want to mistake in English.
Yeah.
And I used to say to my family members or my colleagues, we are French speaking native speaker, but we used to mistake in French. So
Yes.
why are you going to blame yourself if you mistake in English? That is natural.
Mm.
That is
Mm,
part of your English journey. Yeah. So you should be proud of yourself and you should learn from your mistakes. So what I used to do, what I will tell to them is try to practice more. When you
mm,
decide to practice more, you are going to reduce the way that your brain used to translate every single word in your native language. And
mm,
after practice, yeah, vocabulary word that we used to have in this academy. If you want to improve your English speaking skill, try to use this vocabulary word in your daily life. Try to
mm,
make your own sentence. Try to appropriate yourself this word in your
mm,
daily work.
mm,
So I used to do that with my coworkers. I have a lot of team members in my
mm,
work.
mm,
So when they come in my office, sometimes I used to joke with them with our you new English vocabulary word, because for me that is the main way that I can use and practice this word in my daily life, and that helped
mm,
me a lot. Feel free to learn, to practice, to learn a new word, and to speak with other people.
mm,
No matter if you mistake, no matter if you pronounce a word in the bad way, you will learn from that. You will learn
mm.
from that. So, yeah, honestly, for me, that is the two tips that I want to share with them. Practice new vocabulary words and try to practice more. We need more practices with
Mm,
other people to listen to them, to try to understand what they are saying. And
mm,
it's like we are going to train your brain small
mm,
by small, little by
mm,
little, little by little.
mm,
And one day, honestly, nowadays, I used to watch CNN, Fox News from
mm,
United States TVs. Yeah.
mm,
And I understand what they're saying.
mm,
I don't need to translate. No, because I feel more confident. And that I'm able to do that because I used to practice.
mm,
I used to practice. More practices will be more perfect for
mm.
me.
I
Yeah,
like that.
teacher. That
I
is
like that.
the two things that I want to share. Mhm.
Practice more and practice without fear. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. Oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
amazing. Okay. Now for our last part, this is where now here's an
Mhm.
expression. I am in the hot seat, meaning that I am the
Mhm.
one that has to answer a question. So, Kwaku, do you have any questions for me? Again, we've talked
Mhm.
before, but is there anything that you would like to ask me, whether it be about English, whether it be about me, anything you'd like to ask me?
For sure. Yeah.
Uh.
Yeah, teacher, honestly, as I was saying, I'm a member of this academy I've been member of this academy for 6 years now. And I always wonder, how do you try to manage your schedule? Because I know you are a multitasking woman, very busy woman. But honestly, when I see your dedication to
Mm,
serve as the best of for us to learn English, I want to know, how do you try to prioritize your tasks, your schedule, and to
mm.
succeed in your life? Yeah.
Great question. First, thank you so much for the compliment. I am very organized. So naturally, I'm an individual. I'm very analytical and I like to organize. If there's anything that's very complex, I like to make it simple in order to help others understand. So
Oh.
when it comes to my schedule, though, so I've broken down this schedule before live, but let's say there are 4 weeks in a month. So my month is
Yeah.
broken down into 4 weeks. So one
Mhm.
week is just for organizing. So in that 1 week
Mhm.
period, I organize everything. And right now we're actually in that week. As we're recording, this is my organizing
Mhm.
week where I organize every YouTube lesson I'm going to teach. I organize every
Mhm.
academy lesson I'm going to teach, every Instagram video,
Wow.
every TikTok video, every Facebook video. So everything that's going to go live the following month,
Mhm.
I organize it during that week. After that week, then I
Wow.
have the recording week. In my recording week,
Mhm.
I'm on camera from morning until evening that entire week, recording every YouTube
Wow.
video, every academy video. So, first week, again, is when I organize the information. Second week, I record. These are very heavy
Wow.
weeks, very busy weeks,
Mhm.
right? So, the next week
Mhm.
is my downtime week. If I want to
Yeah.
travel, I travel during that week, like actually in 2 weeks. So, this is
Mm.
my organizing week. Next week is recording. Then, if I want to travel, I'll travel, or I'll just take it easy because I was so busy. And then the week
Mhm.
after that is my admin week. I have all my meetings.
Wow.
If I want
Wow.
to kind of think of some good ideas for you all, I just had a meeting actually
Mhm.
yesterday with you and the other student leaders, and you all saw what I had been working on for several months, where I revamped the video structure, revamped the steps. Well, that happens in this week, which is my admin week, where I think of new ideas. So Because I have it structured like that, I don't get
Wow.
overwhelmed
Wow.
because each week has a purpose. So that's how I
Yeah.
organize my time. Yeah, if it's, each week has a purpose, and it's kind of what I teach you all about. You have a large goal, break that large goal into smaller goals and batch. So I'll batch. This is only organizing. This is only recording. This is only admin. And that's honestly what helps me stay organized. So.
Wow. Honestly, I'm impressed, teacher. Honestly, I'm impressed. Yeah. And what you were saying is something that I read in the book of Stephen Covey, Seven Habits
Yes.
of Highly Effective People.
Yes.
Yeah. And
I like
I
that
truly
book.
appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly. Thank you, teacher. Because honestly, sometimes I wonder how teacher try to organize a life or a day because I know she's really, really busy.
Oh, thank you.
Wow. I'm impressed. Yeah. I'm
Thank
going
you.
to learn from that, teacher. Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. And you mentioned a really good book, Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. I remember when I read that. That's a really good book. It's a really good book.
For sure. Exactly. Exactly. I truly appreciate it. A good
Yeah,
book.
it is.
Great. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Norbert. I really enjoyed this
Oh,
conversation, and I think
likewise.
you were an inspiration in so many English learners. So thank you so much, and
Yeah.
we'll talk again soon,
Thank you,
okay?
teacher. Thank you, teacher. Thank you very much.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye-bye.